Yes, and that's another major factor. In fact, let's
Essential.
one that tops the whole chart is you should know God for yourself. See, if
Very
you sit
important.
down and you think about all these things that are happening, you have reasons to be scared. You have reasons to be scared.
You know,
But still, what are God's promises to you? When you have that relationship with God, you know how God talks to you.
exactly.
So you're not waiting until when you want to get married. That's when you start hearing. No, you have a knowledge of how God talks to you. You have his promises to you. And one of the promises that he has to you, for you rather, is that your land shall be called happily married. Yeah, because your first marriage is to God himself. And then he gives you to that person that he's chosen for you. He reveals them to you and he brings you together. Now, does that mean they are going to have like a perfect marriage? Of course not. It's not going to be perfect.
Yes, and that is why
but you have that assurance. That's the assurance. You'll be like, God
is there for me.
Yeah.
He could
and you're the one who led me.
Yes.
So yeah,
I cannot do it by myself. You are the one. You know, when you hear from God, when you know his promises, and you know that this is God ordained for me, you can actually have that confidence on your side and that peace that, oh God, I'm going
no matter
into
what
this.
Comes.
No matter what comes, I know you will handle it, because it's the first, even topping the charts.
Yeah,
it's the first thing that has to come first, but not going into relationship with only, oh, God will help me to, and you are using God as a you know,
as the backup
to cover
rather than the center.
Exactly, to cover away your trauma or your bad attitude that you could actually work on now, that you have the opportunity to work on, yes, with God, but you also have to see yourself in him, because a lot of people use God as a excuse for doing a lot of things that God has already showed you that you could. I'm making change for you. Do you understand? Because they said everything that happens in the physical realm already happens in the spiritual realm.
Like when you spend enough time with God, you'd also be able to distinguish between the voice of God and your own head and maybe a contrary voice. So that's why it's very important that the core thing first is your relationship with God. That is the number one. And you have to come to a place where you're like, whether it becomes a reality or not, I'm satisfied with God. I'm a whole person. So because God doesn't want us to have the other person, idolize the other person. Yes. He wants to be the center of our attention individually and then as one together. So
and I pray God help us to choose the right one.